I might use it.
What up, everybody? Welcome. Brand new. I know you just saw us a few days ago. Brand new episode of Critical When Thinking Podcast with myself, Ty Barnett.
Ian Harris. And we have a special guest. Introduce yourself, Fatimah.
Hey.
I don't know why she introduced herself with buckshots, but okay.
Fatimah Taliah is in the building, son. I'm in here.
Well, thank you for being here. Welcome. Welcome to the madness.
I know. Critical thinking.
And you. Whenever we have a special guest, Ian and I are always forced to not talk about what we normally talk about on the show with the veracity that we talk about it with. Now we're gonna do what we do every time. Try, because you are here and we have a guest in the house.
That's right.
So we will.
And you don't talk politics with guests. That's it. Yes.
We can talk about politics, but like sometimes, and we realize this. Unless and we're very respectful of the guests. If the guests don't want to get into it specifically, we're totally fine with that. But we be hoping that they do.
They do, like,
well, but the thing is, though, so the people who are watching us live on the various mediums, we just did a couple of podcasts a couple days ago. We are taping this one earlier, so this one will actually be airing in a week. So going topical, it won't be topical. When
and I can tell you right, we don't know what the fuck is going to happen between now and the time that this airs. So
we don't.
Right now,
the way things are starting off this year is not going
we could be today going like, it looks like there's a conflict maybe happening in Iran, and then next Thursday it'd be like, we're already speaking Russian or something. It's like, well, how'd that happen? It was a week in Trumplandia.
Nothing's ever brought into tomorrow today.
I will say my one little political thing that I said earlier.
We don't know what that song means as a child, and then as an adult, you like,
but it may be the only way.
But my one political thing that I wanted to say, because I thought it was hilarious, is that, well, not hilarious. The plane got shot down. Very strange. I'm not a conspiracy dude, but it is a little strange that I found it a little strange that a Ukrainian plane going from Iran to Kiev magically blew up in midair over engine failure.
Yeah.
And then the video, if you saw the video, it looks like there's stuff flying toward it. Well, now experts are saying that the intelligence agencies, which I don't know if we believe them or not, because Trump said they were the best ever a couple days ago, but before that, they said they were the worst ever.
And then before that, he said they were shitty.
Yeah, we can't trust them.
It's no medium with them.
It's the deep state.
It's either.
So the thing is, they said now that it looks like 2 missiles may have actually shot them down, and they said the black box would actually tell definitively, but they really won't make any conclusions until they talk to Hunter Biden first.
Yeah, because we can't make
anything about
any foreign policy or any kind of political decisions without that dude. Yeah. So I wonder what you Trumpsters are going to say about that. Should we call him to the stand? Or are we just going to kind of go with okay. So
we'll move on.
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to talk because I saw this the other day, last night, and I posted about this the other day. Lizzo everyone loves Lizzo, and you know what? Here's what's crazy. I had heard her songs before on commercials and didn't even know who. I didn't know that was her.
She's been in the game for a while.
A minute.
Yeah.
So Lizzo, who has no problem showing her ass, she showed it at the game and all that stuff. She thongs out and everything. So Jillian Michaels, I don't know if you guys know who Jillian Michaels is.
I do, yeah. She's from E, right?
Yeah, but she's like fitness chick, super abbed up,
Oh yeah, that Jillian. I'm thinking of a different one. Okay.
There were 2 Jillian Michaels, aren't there?
No, I'm thinking of maybe something like that.
I know who she's talking about.
Yeah.
So she was being interviewed and they brought up Lizzo and her basically she said it's great to celebrate her music, it's great to celebrate her loving herself. But we can't celebrate obesity. So we cannot. So what she said exactly was, it's not going to be a great thing once she gets diabetes.
Right. Well, that is true though.
And okay, so this is when I found out we had a guest. I really was like, this is the perfect topic.
Yeah.
So, but it's sensitive because if you can look at Fatimah, she
no, but here's the thing. I'm pretty.
So one, let me ask you, do you agree with her?
I do not agree because I feel like in society, people are always saying you got to love where you're at in your life and love yourself. That's what we consistently are pushing on people.
Yes.
Every day. Everyone's always like, you need to love yourself and you need to be happy with. Why can't she love her diabetes ass? Why can't she be shaking that, why you gotta hate
shaking
on her? Because
although I will say this.
Right. Why can't she use them until it's too late?
I think we mix up 2 things, though. I think we mix up the loving ourselves and the fact that the factuality, I don't know, of it, that it isn't healthy. So if you're I mean, we're not talking somebody who's like 1,000 pounds, but if you're huge and you have heart problems and you're gonna die at 45 because you should take care of yourself.
That's true.
And you can love yourself, but someone goes, hey man, get in the
But
gym,
have you
take care of
seen
yourself.
performances by Lizzo? I don't think she's running out of breath at all.
That's
Right.
See, that's
She
what
is
I
a
said.
new age chubby girl.
I
that
see both sides, and here's the thing.
Cause she be on
normally-
stage twerking and then
she
pick
do.
up a flute. I don't know if you saw her just. Sometimes I'm like, well, shit, I got to
put
get
some weight
my
on.
shit together. I gotta
I need a
stop
couple donuts.
complaining.
I
I
need
mean,
some donuts in this motherfucker.
I think
Is
she's
that how you
doing
know
all
how to
right.
play the flute? Is you get
I'm just saying, I've never seen anybody run across the stage, sing that hard, twerk like that, and then play a flute.
That is very
So
fair.
I think,
And she stopped for a smoke break on the way. You're like,
she
what the
doing
hell?
something.
Well, I will say this.
So she might be a healthy, chubby girl, a big. I don't want to call her chubby because I don't even know if that's like
okay, because
Well, that's the
that
thing.
is
I'm not familiar with enough of.
full figured is the proper term.
Okay.
yes, she is fuller figured than some fuller figures.
We're pretty. People they call us in like in modeling world. We're called straight size.
Okay.
They call us straight size models
Okay.
and full figured women and which full figured is considered over the size of an 8, which is not even a large.
Yeah, see, and that's
Yeah,
so
yeah,
now,
so
okay,
society's
now that's-
level of-
See, now that's where we get into the gray area because
I'm thinking- I
everyone's
always thought it was
idea of
tw- I
healthy
always thought it was
and
12.
wait.
No,
12 or
start,
14
you're
was-
full figured if you're size 8.
Let me tell you, I
That-
first
that's
of all,
ridiculous. Right, it's
I
really-
got
it's
called.
crazy.
I got called overweight. My doctor told me I
Full
was
figure.
overweight.
He got called.
You call full figured.
You know,
Like you're a full figured man.
Which first of all, I'm not gonna lie, she wasn't even nice about it. Like she wasn't even like kind of like easing into it. Like, hey, you got a great personality. You fat as fuck. Like she didn't say that. She was just like, hey, you're overweight, and it was for my height. So what's
Right.
it called? The
Right,
B,
yeah,
the
it is
B of-
based off
She
of
goes,
your height.
your personality is way too big for your height.
Do we know how tall Lizzo is?
We do not, but we
Okay,
can Google it.
okay.
With
I was
the
like,
power
let's
of
see
technology. Let's see how tall she is. But now, this is why I say I when I read the comments about Jillian Michaels, I couldn't be mad. I was like, yeah,
I mean-
it probably won't be fun if she gets diabetes.
But just keep in mind, there are little girls
Yes.
that are not thin, and they have Lizzo as a way to still feel
That is
confident
very
about
true.
themselves by
Right.
watching how she carries herself.
that is very true.
So you can't be like, hey, we can't be
5'10".
celebrating. Oh, she's regular.
She's 5'10".
That's tall.
Yeah.
So she don't need to lose that much
well,
more weight.
we're around. Well, I'm 6 feet, barely 6 feet. So
That's kind of tall.
yeah. So I think then she is overweight.
That's a big girl
Right.
then. Yeah.
It is. You wouldn't. I bet you wouldn't say that to her face, Jillian.
wouldn't.
Yeah, exactly.
I
They
would
don't
be
say
like,
that to her
listen, girl,
face.
I think she's great. I think it's a lot. I think what's going on with her whole thing right now is a lot. Like she's everywhere and everyone's just going crazy. I think it's not that deep. I'm like, come on now.
Let us know what you think, by the way, everyone out there, everyone comment on Facebook. Let us know what you think if Jillian Michaels was right about the diabetes comment,
Right.
or if, like Fatima says, we should just embrace. Because
have to.
you actually brought up that it's actually a great point that there are bigger young girls that are
Yes.
looking
Right.
up to her and they finally feel comfortable
With themselves.
and
Listen,
they,
But
she
a lot of
makes
people
me
would
feel
say-
comfortable with myself. I'm like, listen, I got to go out and start wearing less clothes.
But I think
Because if she can do it, I know I can.
don't
Come
know
on
if
now.
that's
I think the question though is depending on what we're talking about. Yeah, we're talking size 8. Fucking ridiculous.
They-
But
yeah,
if you're
consider
talking size 25, whatever.
Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
thing is that do we want kids? Now there are some kids that are just bigger, they're overweight naturally.
big bone.
Right? Which
Big
we know
bones.
is
That is
yes.
an old school way. That's an old school grandma way.
Saying
Like your
that
big
back in
bone
the-
ass.
She just big
She
bone.
just big bone. It's gonna,
Great,
it's gonna fall off.
Eating too many of those big bones. But I think that do we want? I think the idea is, do we want people to celebrate that if it's for the reason of health? Now, I'm not saying that we should ever fat shame somebody. We shouldn't
No.
be like, shut up, fat ass. But we shouldn't do
Well,
anything.
she's still getting fat shamed.
Well, but I think there's a difference between fat shaming somebody, making fun of them for being fat, and saying, hey, you should probably, like if your doctor goes, hey, you know what, you got too much cholesterol. You don't cholesterol shame me, motherfucker. Like if you're overweight, Ty, lose some weight. Then your doctor's telling you something because you have.
Let's say
health
name
issues.
skinny. Let's name artists that was fat and then got skinny. Were they still the same talent?
Right? And you
Let's
know,
just
I
think about it,
Not
because Skinny
comedians.
Luther
Well-
wasn't the same albums as Fat Luther.
Nah,
I'm
but
gonna go
let me
ahead and
tell you
say
something. I just
I'm gonna
said-
need her to stay Fat Lizzo because I like her better.
Well, okay, that is okay. that
Missy
is
Elliott
very
got skinny and didn't
Mr.
nobody know who that was no
Mr.
more. We
you-
didn't
you
even
know
want to
what's-
listen to her music.
Mad TV years
You gotta
ago.
put the plastic bag back on.
Do you remember
We
that
need you to
guy?
stay who you
Will,
are.
Do you guys remember Will Sasso? He was on
Yeah,
Mad TV.
Mad TV.
Yes.
He was
Okay.
a big heavyset dude, and he was funny on there, right? He quit Mad TV and went off and did like a movie career or something, and he got thin.
Got thin.
And he came back to Mad TV, and they did a whole sketch about how he wasn't funny now that he wasn't
yeah.
fat. And
Yeah.
he'd do the sketch, and everybody's go,
Yeah,
no,
your
it's
career's over.
not funny.
Well, here's the thing.
Your
real quick,
career's over.
Real
You
quick,
need those pounds.
Shout out to Vince, Donald, Aaron, Ruby, James, Allison, Kim, and Suzanne. Okay, so yes, there is some truth to, but now that's a Hollywood thing specifically though, because to Fatima's point when she brought up Luther, I'm not gonna lie.
Don't nobody like Skinny Luther.
and most black people only remember
Fat
Luther.
Luther.
That's it. That's all we
Same
know.
thing with Missy Elliott in my era. When she got skinny and started talking about eating one cracker, we was like, no.
No.
We need to go back to.
But what if he completely changed and came out with the name Skinny Luther?
Skinny Luther.
That's his new name, Skinny Luther.
No.
What's up? I'm Skinny Luther.
No.
Who's that? It's a new artist. You never heard him before.
You
His
never
name's
heard of Skinny Luther? I agree that we really shouldn't. Okay, so it's a two-part thing. One, we should not be fat shaming people, period, because that's just you're foul for that. The health concerns part of it is very true because I just watched Autopsy. I need to watch stuff more uplifting. So I was watching Autopsy.
I'm like, what is this that you spend your nights doing?
I know it's so sad. I was watching Autopsy and they do them on celebrities. If you guys ever watch the show, it's on Reels and they do the last hours of whatever celebrity. So I just saw one on Prodigy, one on Lucille Ball, and one on Luther Vandross, right?
Okay.
And they said Luther, which by the way, I don't know if they were trying to fuck with him, but they have an actor doing reenactments of the person, right? And so
Oh, no.
every scene
One of those.
of Luther was this dude eating fried chicken. Which
No,
I'm like,
they
yes,
did not do
every
this.
goddamn, except for the scene where he put the hamburger between the two donuts. That was the only time.
This
Every
isn't
other-
even real.
I'm not making this up.
So how did they go and ask people like, so what was Luther like? Hamburgers and donuts?
That's what I'm wondering. I'm like,
That's all they
That's
had.
all he had was fried chicken. He didn't eat nothing else.
Maybe I wonder if they called his family and said, "Yeah, we're gonna need as much fried chicken eating footage as you have." How many home
How do you
videos?
tell? How do you tell the dude that's playing Luther? And is like,
right.
hey, how do you
Listen, we
feel-
gonna have if you do eat chicken.
How do you feel
are
about
you into donuts?
eating fried chicken
This
and
is how-
donuts and hamburgers? But so the health concerns part is where I'm at with it because when I looked at it, I was like, yeah, I can't say that I am upset with her for saying this because unfortunately we live in a country where you can get as fat as you want and that's
Yeah.
easy and that shit's cheap.
You can be
But-
fat, but
to
you
get
still gonna
skinny-
get talked about.
That's true. You're gonna get talked about.
Here's
but
the thing: you're gonna be talked about either way, where you fat or you skinny.
That's right.
So-
but now to Lizzo got I can get fat or skinny money.
True.
The average person don't have that money. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
They look to her for the confidence. Because right now she's turned all the way up.
and they'll get the confidence from her, but what do they do when it comes time for the medical bill? That's all I'm just saying, and this is why I said I can see both sides and agree. I agree. We shouldn't shame people for this, but we should also, to your point, we should also be aware of the health things of it. Because let me tell you real quick, they just
we
opened.
talking about Lizzo and why she
Yes, we talking about
turned
Lizzo,
up
yes.
being
They
weird.
just opened. Where you from?
Chicago.
Perfect.
Right.
This is perfect.
Chicago.
Okay, so look. So they just opened the Harold's Chicken.
Yeah, in Hollywood.
In Hollywood.
I heard
In
they
fucking
got
Hollywood.
Dollar Wing night on Wednesday. I missed it yesterday.
Hey,
Next
let me
week
tell
I'm
you
in
something.
there. I'm in
Ian,
there,
if
baby.
you get a chance to go,
Okay.
Harold's Chicken is fucking delicious.
It's
This
amazing.
is not.
Right.
It's a Chicago staple. Is my point.
Okay.
So they finally opened one, right? And I said, okay, I'm gonna try. I've gone like 5 times since they've
You
opened.
gone already?
I've gone already. Oh my god! It
Like,
tastes
they've
just
only
like,
been open one day.
I know.
I've gone 5 times.
But it tastes like back in the day.
Does
But I
it
was-
now? Oh, I trust you. I
It's-
trust you.
It's
I'm
so
in
good.
there.
You will not be disappointed.
Don't
I
make me
promise
go
you.
tonight.
But here's my point. I was eating. I got like a 4-piece wing or whatever,
Okay.
right?
Is it pricing good?
Price is like $12, something like
Okay.
that. It's it is what it
It's a
is.
little more than what we.
It's more than what
More
it is
than
back
what
at
we
home,
know,
and
yeah.
for sure they trying to charge these Hollywood prices. and
Yeah, I'm
shit.
like, it's a little more than what.
But here's the thing. I was eating it, and by the time I got to the 3rd wing, I'm not gonna lie, I felt like I probably shouldn't keep eating this.
Right.
You've
and-
been here for a while too,
Yeah.
so
yeah.
your body changes.
Yeah, and that's why. So
Yeah.
health wise, I feel like I should be able to eat what I want because it tastes good and whatever. But physically, I was like, yeah,
You could die.
Yeah,
You're like,
Well,
this is.
have you ever seen those ones with like where the people get super fat and they can't leave their bed?
Oh, I've seen shows
their
like
house?
that, and I think that's
That's
deep.
insane to me. It's like, how do you get like where they build the house around you and they got to take the
Yeah.
wall, like they got
You see what I had to cut the
I mean,
wall out?
cut the wall out. Like
It's
there's a point where you
to me, I
gotta
think that they had to start kind of obese before they got
Yeah.
to that point.
At some point, you have to just. You have
There's
to turn
no way you
everything-
just sat there.
But-
You didn't just
but-
wake up
just
that way.
keep
But a
eating
lot
like
of that's parenting though. Like the parents are like, you see those kids, it's like they're 4 years old and they weigh 100 pounds,
Pounds,
and
yeah.
they're like, parents are feeding them like 900 hamburgers, and you're like,
900
dude,
hamburgers.
You're like, slow it down. Slow
Don't
it
eat
down.
all these burgers.
Let's give them 899 hamburgers today. Let's
Yeah, we can-
take it back.
I
a little
mean,
bit.
I think growing up, there were kids like that in my neighborhood. They were overweight, and their parents would let them eat McDonald's and all kinds of stuff all the
saw.
time. But I mean, you have to have some sort of balance, I think, health wise. And I think there's ways now. Like
Yeah,
you can't really have excuses about, oh well, we don't have money.
Right. Oh no, that's true.
Now
That's true.
there's too many ways to eat healthy.
So let me
Well,
ask
and
you.
even the shitty fast food places have stuff that's I'm
Oh,
not saying it's
yeah.
healthy, but you could go to McDonald's and get a grilled chicken sandwich and a salad.
Yes, you can.
You can do that.
You
right?
can now.
You don't have to get a large. Although this is something that really bugs me about fast food places in general, is the value thing. They purposely make the healthy stuff more expensive.
They
And
do.
I don't like I go to McDonald's or someplace like that rarely, but when I go, I'm like, now at McDonald's, if you say I want a small drink, they give you a giant drink.
Giant
and I go,
drink,
I don't
yeah.
want a small drink. And they go, yeah, but everything's $1, the same price. I go,
I don't.
it's not the 50
Yeah,
cents that are
to
breaking
break
my
my
bank.
bank. I don't
It's the
wanna-
fact that I don't want 64 ounces of soda. And
I
then you
don't
go,
need 64
and you go,
ounces of
how
soda."
about giving me a water? And they're like, sure, that's $4 extra.
Yeah.
For
yeah,
water?
For water.
It's
Because they're like, oh,
crazy.
you trying to live.
Yeah, exactly.
You trying to survive out here. That's $4 more, fool. You like, excuse me?
So wait, let me ask you this: being from Chicago and being the size that you are.
That sounds
Being the size that you are. I love it.
No, because I just had this conversation with my neighbor yesterday, and my neighbor is from Ohio. Right?
Okay. Right around the corner.
Yeah, skinny white chick, and she made mention that when she, skinniness is not celebrated in the Midwest as much as it is
Here.
out here.
They always call it healthy
Yeah.
when you're fat. You ever notice that?
Yeah.
In the old days, it was like,
This
oh,
is
you healthy.
true.
Oh, you healthy. No, I'm not healthy.
Yeah.
Like, that's-
Wow. I never even looked at it like that.
So let me ask you: when you go back home,
Oh my God.
how do they look at you when you
they
go back
think I'm
home?
on drugs.
They go, oh, you're so unhealthy.
No, my family always like, you ain't out there doing that stuff, is you? You like, what?
I had that happen to me.
and out here, they're like, could you lose like 15?
No,
You're
people
like,
are out here. They're like, "Oh my God! Like, what is your diet?" I'm like, "I've always been like this.
You got
Like, my
high
mother
metabolism.
is still thin.
It's a high
She has 2
metabolism.
kids and
you got the
she's still-
Tommy Davidson metabolism.
Tommy,
Tommy Davidson is still skinny as
very-
fuck,
he
bro.
is.
Well,
My mom's
I mean,
super
with
thin.
that, I'm not
My
gonna say she
parents
does
were
that.
thin, so I'll be.
Tommy's regimen was something else, but he still has high metabolism.
right.
Oh, wow.
But let me because I had that moment. This is when I used to hike a lot, and I used to do a lot of stuff. I used to be really healthy.
Cracktabolism.
you know.
Cracktabolism.
We're trademarking that, by the way, you guys. We're trademarking
shirt.
that.
Hashtag cracktabolism.
I remember, Facebook will send you these reminders of,
Yeah,
stuff.
the
and it's
memory
like,
thingies.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, hey,
That
this is when
shit's
you
bullshit.
had a better life.
It's also kind of petty.
It is.
They be
because
like, remember
they-
that person you used to date? Yeah, he gone.
I was like, aw.
Yeah, he not here.
So I remember I went, and this is when I was really in shape. Like I had a 6-pack and everything like that. I was feeling good about myself, drinking water and all this stuff, doing all the
Yes,
stuff that I
drinking
felt,
water.
I remember going back home, and when I walked in, my grandma, and I'm telling you, my grandma, when she saw me, it was like, hey, baby. But I'm telling you, she gave me this look like, you okay?
Yeah, grandmas don't play that.
Not
they don't
at
do
all.
skinny.
No.
Not at all.
That's the
Now,
rule number 1 for a grandma. You can't let your grandbaby be skinny out
Exactly.
here. That means you ain't a good grandma.
Fast forward to years later, I put weight on. I wasn't trying to, but I put weight on. I got a little pouch there. I walk in. My grandma's like, "You look good," and I'm like, "But I don't feel great."
You're like, no.
Right.
My doctor just told me I was fat. So that's why I asked you about like how it's
It's-
perceived for you when you go.
I've
back
always
home
been
versus here.
skinny. So my family has always picked on me for how tiny I am in general. But my family all migrated to Atlanta now.
Ooh.
So it's even weirder.
Oh wow.
So I
Wow.
just was there for Christmas. Everybody was like, "You need to eat." Like, I don't know what they doing out there. I'm like, everything's
Yeah.
gluten free and everything's
Yep.
vegan. So
Right.
what do you
It's-
want from me?
But
Fat
and
things
also,
is better.
sometimes don't y'all? Sometimes I kind of feel like it's a weird, like, well, I'm fat, so I want you to be fat.
Fat too, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a little
Fat
bit of
people
that
need
some-
company. No, instead of misery. Fat people
love
need company.
too.
It's kind of like, you know, if you're sitting around drinking and there's other people there, you want other people. You want to be like, I'm the only one. I'm the
I don't
only
know
one."
why he looked.
I
I don't know
think
why
the
he looked
food
at
is
me. He
different
looked
in
at me
LA.
specifically when he said it.
Well, I don't
Like, I
really
need
know
that.
because I don't go in your
You-
bathroom.
He was like, we know you got. Listen, first of all, I think if you don't have some kind of addiction to LA,
Something's
then you're
wrong.
crazy. You're killing people.
Something's wrong with you.
You have to have some kind of something.
That might be my addiction.
It's true. People in LA, if you're not consistently drinking or like some people be on drugs out here, you either addicted to working out.
Yeah.
Everybody addicted to
It's
something.
Chocolate.
You
food,
know,
whatever,
it's not.
Whatever.
You can't just be like I'm out. Or they love God a whole lot. Everybody.
Seems more dangerous than pasta.
You know what I'm saying? It can get, you know, God don't live in LA though, so I don't know who. I don't know who
Not,
they.
not black Jesus.
No, he sure don't.
Um,
No.
I
That's why California just keeps getting more and more on the. More we keep making more money.
Yeah,
I-
listen,
We ain't giving 10% to Jeeves.
I really,
I
I
would say-
really. So I guess to summarize the Lizzo part here, we're not. I am not personally saying that no one should be fat shamed, but I am saying you should be aware of your health because it'd be different if you were in a society that it was like, okay, you know what, we got you covered just in case you get fat and you need some medication. We don't live in that society.
just in case.
We don't. We don't.
I mean, they just did a tweet on her saying.
Oh yeah,
that
tell us.
they-
Yeah.
So she's not. People are coming at her all the time. They just had Lizzo strapped to an airplane on a tweet, and they said they was gonna drop her on Iran.
Oh my
They
God,
they,
man.
they also said that Lizzo could be King Kong. That she would go to Iran and climb
Damn.
up.
Damn.
And she's not. So I think that's her
They
way
gonna
of
troll
defense
either way.
mechanism
They
of
gonna
being
troll either
like.
way.
And that's the thing, like, when somebody, the fat shaming is bullshit, but also when someone's like, not that, you know what I mean? Like we're saying, big, but not like crazy.
What
It's not
about
like
for the
we're
skinny
talking-
girls like me? That where do we fit in? Because like you got Lizzo doing that, and you got Megan Thee Stallion, then got a whole bunch of ass.
Oh yeah.
So don't nobody be out here being like, yeah,
ain't
skinny is
gonna- I
better.
ain't gonna lie, ass
Nobody,
kinda makes
yeah,
up
you
for
know what I'm saying?
running
Megan,
down,
you
huh?
right now you gotta have like a lot of Megan Thee Stallion ass to be considered
Hashtag Megan Thee Stallion ass.
beautiful. Really,
Yeah.
the world. You look at Cardi B. All the women now are very, very curvy and over the top asses. I was at a party last night at the Savoy for Chris Spencer's party, and I was like, I
Oh,
just
sorry,
don't
bro.
got enough ass to be
No.
in here.
no.
This
And
is-
and because I'm an ass man. This is put
That's
this
what-
out.
most men are.
I'm an ass man.
That's not a
I know
surprise.
some people are like, they like the boobs, but to me the boobs are like you can kind of manipulate those way more. Asses,
We
You
don't
can-
need them. What about them?
asses I found out that you can do that more too, but not as much as boobs. But to me, a nice ass kind of just makes you feel better about life. A little bit, you know what I'm saying? Like you'll smile a little bit, like it'll make you forget things are happening. You'll be
You know
angry.
what? He did not. You know what? It took away my depression when I
It
saw that
did.
woman's
see,
ass.
but-
you know.
but-
He's like, my car won't start.
You know
the
what? Look at
boss
that
is tripping.
ass.
Oh,
Look at that
But
ass. Everything's fine.
here's why though, because you, not you, one, you can creep on that part because it's going the other
oh,
direction.
because it's going the other way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't creep on this one.
That was my
That's-
MO though.
they're
That was
like,
my
"Hello,
MO
I'm right here.
was
I'm right
I mean,
here."
in other words, I'm saying that there's so many different perceptions of body types now. I think
Yes.
that what Jillian said about her is true. That we don't want Lizzo to have diabetes later on, like have her
Yeah.
like the "Where Am I Now" video. We don't need that.
Come on.
But I'm saying there's so many different versions of what your perceptions of what bodies are
it was
beautiful
beautiful.
Nowadays.
Yes, that is true.
That's
Very
really
true.
tricky for her to really come out and say that,
Because some people,
especially for Black women.
like I don't like. I mean I have an appreciation for it now living in California, but coming out here I didn't like the super skinny chick. It didn't
Right.
even
Yeah.
appeal to me. I was like, what's
It's
wrong?
weird.
What's up with you?
Yeah.
But being out here and then understanding, seeing all the different body types, you're like, oh, okay, now you get a different perception. But like I said, and you know this, Chicago was like, yo, it's thick or not. I mean,
Like
it's very
literally
rare.
for me, I have to work out to get an ass. Like I have to work out all the time. I have to like.
See?
You gotta
But-
be
but
consistently
see-
making sure your ass know that we need to stay around.
But we
Like,
also
if I
have-
take a day break, they like see you around.
Well, we
Everybody's
are-
sitting there like, what exercise is she doing?
this is your
Like, you know
ass.
what I'm saying? The squat thingy, you got to do that I have to do it like 3-4 times out of the week.
I think part of the thing
Right.
here is though also you have to remember that it's so movie and film and TV centric
Yeah,
out here.
here.
And it is true, the camera
That
adds
10
weight.
pounds. Yes.
So when the super skinny people look normal,
This
people
is
who
actually
look, who are
Fatima,
no-
you guys.
You know what?
No,
Low key,
okay.
my head is this big.
Good example. And
My head.
And I wasn't shaming, but I caught myself. We watched the Golden Globes, and by the way, so did you guys see the Golden Globes?
I did not watch it.
So Salma Hayek and Tiffany Haddish
Oh, we're okay.
presented together because they're in a movie together. First off, I don't know what kind of satanic rituals
Salma
Salma
Hayek,
Hayek
looks-
looks.
man.
I saw like stuff online. I was like, she's not aging at all.
Still
She's like 50
fine,
something.
52. She's 52.
A ghost.
And-
She's the baddest ghost.
And
I've
but
ever
Yes.
she's like, so she's short. They say she's 5'2", but I think she's even shorter than that. So Tiffany Haddish, I mean, she's what,
She's
5'5",
not that
5'6"?
tall.
She's
like
not.
5'5", maybe 5'6".
Yeah, and to me, like when I see her personally, hey, what's that? Like she looks like normal. I actually think she's
She
really
got thick
attractive.
now though.
She looked, and I'm like, did she gain a lot of weight or is this the camera?
Nah, Tiffany got some little hips and thighs on her.
But also
I was
when
just
she
at her birthday party. I said, "Girl, what you doing on with all that?"
and she looked. She also what she was wearing. It was just like.
She's curvy now.
But then compare. I mean, and Salma Hayek's not super skinny. She's busty and whatever. But I was like, Tiffany Haddish looked like she gained some weight, and I couldn't tell if it was the camera or if
Oh,
she had gained
no.
weight.
The camera definitely does add the weight to it, but and as I said, it also has to do
could've been what
with
she was
your
wearing, too.
your eating.
But all that happens. So my point is that when people come in LA, they're used to you got to be 10, 15 pounds
Oh, it's
lighter
true.
than normal to look normal on camera. So that's why they're always wanting you to be
Be
skinnier.
so skinny. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true.
I didn't
Because
mean to
actually,
interrupt
I
that.
saw myself on a series recently, and I was like, "Oh no!" It's like you could be toneder. You could be more because it was like a swimsuit scene, and I was like, "I'm actually really skinny," but on TV, I was like, "You could have not had those fries."
Hilarious.
And then things would
I
have been
probably
different.
I probably shouldn't have told you about Harold's then.
Right,
You
I'm
know what
like,
do?
did you know I really love fast food?
Next time you're there, you go, hey, could you put 2 cameras on my ass?
Yeah,
so
like
it's 20
just
pounds?
20, yeah, just make it look.
Kim says being too thin is is as bad as being too heavy.
True.
I have to really work on.
Yeah.
Well, and here's the thing, Kim, is that like, yeah, you don't want to go either extreme
No.
because neither one of those is good at all. You have to find that happy
Don't
medium.
be Whitney, 1990. What was that when she came to the
No.
podium like, everybody was like, "Oh,
Again, though, that's
gonna-
crack diet.
that's the crack."
crack
Metabolism.
Oh, with
metabolism.
Angelina Jolie one year was
Oh,
way too skinny.
I saw Angelina Jolie at a Whole Foods.
Right.
I
You were like,
honestly
being
thought she
skinny.
needed help.
Yeah, she
I
looks
mean,
crazy.
mad skinny. Like
Yeah.
you're talking about like
What?
bony.
And the
Bony.
funny
Like,
thing is,
like my arm, one of my arms was bigger
She's a
than
bobblehead.
her leg. Yes.
Yeah.
Bobblehead.
but the crazy thing is, do you remember how fine she was when early on, like
Mr. and
Tomb
Mrs.
Raider
Smith,
time
like,
or Mr.
or
right
even
in that.
before that, like when her first couple things. Did you ever see Gia?
Gia, I had
Oh
that
my-
on. That she was great. She
But
looked
I
gorgeous.
mean, but again, she was skinny, but she had a body. She looked good.
I
And
wonder
then
what
she got
happened.
What about Big Boy?
Damn you, Brad Pitt. Sorry.
Big boy.
Big boy.
Oh, big. Oh, I don't know. What do you think?
It's
scary.
It's
to me.
weird because the head
It's weird.
never
The he-
shrinks. The head always stays the same.
His
on-
head-
on
bobblehead.
anybody,
He's a
on
bobblehead.
anybody, you know. So and Al Sharpton, two people.
Oh wow,
when they
yeah,
lose
it's
it-
really scary.
It's weird. You look at like it doesn't look
No.
right. It
You would
just
drop
looks-
your drink. Oh, shop. Oh shit. What? He looks bananas. He looks.
Yeah, he now looks like he now looks like Don King.
I
on
like
crack
fat
or
Al
something. Like,
Sharpton. I like him
what
better
happened to
that
Al
way.
Sharpton?
Same thing with
the
Big
fat Al
Boy.
Sharpton.
Well,
I would say this because then
Well, how
when
about
you
the
look
other?
at-
How about Al Roker?
Yeah, Al Roker's
Oh,
another one.
yeah.
Al Roker's another dude where you just like.
By the way,
it looks weird.
you gotta find the
we've
medium.
only
bro.
named-
Medium. You gotta know when
We've
to
only
stop.
named black guys. Why is that?
Say it again.
It's all old black guys.
Well,
All old black guys get
well,
skinny
because
recently.
because
What's
the
going on?
thing.
That's true. Maybe just the
is it?
chub look
What-
better on us.
Al Roker, Al Sharpton.
Because you have to have it has to
Big
be
boy.
something because it's
gotta fit the neck, head
because
area.
It doesn't look because Big Boy. Don't get me wrong. That I'm sure he's healthier now than
Yeah.
he was before, and that's way better.
for
Same
sure.
thing with Al Sharpton. Same thing with Al Roker. The issue is when whoever is training these guys should tell them, listen, man, this is not gonna look great if you just do all of this.
Yeah.
Without you have to just find a balance. You can still have some pasta and stuff. in there.
Yeah.
It
Keep
seems
a
like
piece
these
of
dudes-
chicken
yeah,
fried
it's
somewhere in
all-
the back. You know, just keep an extra
Break
slab of
place
ribs.
in case of emergency. Break glass.
You have an emergency rib in the glass or something.
That's it. That's
just
all.
in case,
Because I don't.
Al Sharpton's neck is so
It
loose.
don't look right. It don't look right.
It's so loose. I just need him to tighten it up from here. It's crazy.
As
It's
soon
so
as she
scary.
said that, I had the picture of him.
It's
on
like
MSNBC
it's looking
with all the
crazy.
shit just flapping in the wind.
You
So yeah, I don't. I think if you find the happy medium, then it
Yes.
should be fine because you can't go either way. Because I mean, and honestly, feeling heavy, that being big, I just can't imagine how that's a comfortable lifestyle.
Right.
Especially to go back to Lizzo for 2 seconds, I can't imagine how hard that must be on someone that has to dance like that and play the flute, all this extra shit that she has to do. Because I mean,
But you know what's funny? And probably a year from now, because you know how this industry is, they're gonna get her to do it. She's gonna become like Jennifer Hudson, like, "Hi, I'm doing for Weight Watchers," and then we're gonna be like, "Let's talk about how Lizzo look and do skinny." Then and it never gonna be.
That's true.
Ain't nobody
What's
gonna
the
win.
other chick? Gabrielle Sibide. Precious.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Precious.
She's
But she said,
lost
"Fuck it, I'm
weight,
keeping."
but she didn't go.
Yeah, she didn't go full.
too
You
far.
know the one that bugged me, and it's just, she was never fat, but she was bigger. The one that always bugged me was Janine Garofalo used to always rail about body images and how they always want her to be skinny, and she was again, she was never fat, but she
wasn't
was
fat.
not super skinny. She wasn't
Yeah.
a waif, and it was always like, I'm not gonna do that. I don't want. And then all of a sudden one day
yeah.
she was 30 pounds. And you're like, what are you
They
doing?
put a check in front of
I
you.
mean,
I
yeah,
guess
that's
so.
kind of
They-
how
they-
this
they-
industry
They
is.
put a check in front
mean,
of you.
and
You're gonna do what you gotta do. I mean,
And I think I don't know
And
if you know with some agencies when you sign them that they have you like weight requirement or how you come
Yeah.
in and
I think
all
that's a
kind
woman.
of
I think it's a
stuff.
female thing.
it might be
Yeah,
it might be.
It
I've
could-
seen that before.
it could be, but also with dudes. Look at Jonah Hill. You know, Jonah
looked
Hill.
weird, too.
When he got skinny, it was like,
What?
But okay, here's the thing though. I was just thinking about this right before we talked. Do you think sometimes it has to do with just what we're
someone
used
said
to?
Monique too. Derek said Monique
Yes.
too.
Like, does it
Yeah,
does it
but
have to
she's
do
in a
maybe
happy
with
medium.
what our perception of what they look like? Because I was thinking about this. Look at some child stars.
Okay.
Okay, you can be super good looking and be a star, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
right? You can be whoever, well, whatever, any one of the Chris's that are a superhero or whatever. You can be anybody that's.
Oh, they are fine. By the way, if you're watching this, I'm checking for y'all.
But you know what I mean? Like you never go, oh, that guy's too good looking. That never happens. But there's been a few times where kids were like chubby, fat, goofy
Yeah.
kids, and then they grew up to be good looking, and everyone's like, nah. Not like-
Some of the kids from the Goonies.
Right.
Yeah.
Goonies or Stand By Me. That
Stand By Me, yeah.
And you go, nah, that's
Fun
the fact.
fact:
The fat
the
goofy
dude from
kid.
the Goonies is actually Chris Hemsworth. I'm just kidding.
No, but
Justin, you didn't know.
no, but one of them.
Surprise! And it was the weird guy with the eye. Like, take that.
Fatima for the win. Fatima for the win.
What was that guy's name? He was so scary.
I don't.
Sloth.
Sloth, and he turns
And that
to
was-
Chris.
And that was John Matuzak, the football player.
Well, they should do the 20-year challenge and put Sloth.
Oh,
and then
no.
and say it turned out to be Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah,
Oh
you
my
like-
God.
Although
That's
you know who he does
games.
kind of look like, and I'm gonna get shit for this because it's mean and it's
Bring it on.
He kind of looks like Sarah Huckabee Sanders.
Yeah.
Damn.
Like the eye off the side.
Wow.
We'll take that.
Girl, if you saw this.
Although you know what,
We will take
she
your
lies
criticism,
more.
America.
Oh my God, that's mean.
She's a lying bitch.
Hail to the no.
Anyway,
Harris Slothaby Sanders. That's what got her for now.
But Monique, I was gonna tag in on this. Derek says Monique. Monique, I follow her. She kind of keeps it at a good medium.
yeah. You know what?
That's one
Exactly.
person I can say that
That
knew how
is-
to keep her neck intact.
Yep.
She knew about the neck.
It don't
thing.
get flappy. It
She
don't
was
get
like, "No,
flappy.
don't take me down
never
to the
go,
neck."
never go full Sharpton.
She was like,
Never
"No,
go
no,
full
Full Sharpton, hilarious.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like you have to, as long as you find that medium, then I think it's fine. Because no one, I mean, come on, no one wants to. Even what's the girl from what's her name? She's from Pitch Perfect.
Oh
you know what I'm
yeah,
talking
Rooney.
You know, God damn it, I can't think of her name.
It's Rooney or something like that.
Pitch. You know what I'm talking about.
I am not a
The
12-year-old
blonde-
girl. I've never
The
seen
blind
Pitch
girl.
Perfect.
What's it?
She had her own show on Fox for a little while called Girls
You know
Night
who
Out
I'm
or
talking
something.
about.
Rooney. Yeah, she's funny.
Hold on. Pitch Perfect.
I think it's Rooney something.
It starts with an R. I know that.
Yeah.
Pitch Perfect.
something like that.
Cast. Here we go. And this is the beauty of technology. We can just pull this shit up right now. Rebel Wilson.
Rebel, there we go.
Oh,
I'm like
yeah, yeah,
Rooney or something.
Yeah, Rebel Wilson. She and I. You know what I think has happened with her is I think casting has said we need
Has
you
she
to
lost weight?
I think she's lost weight from the original Pitch Perfect, but she has not lost. She's not gone skinny because I think and I don't know this. I'm just speculating. I think casting for her said no. We like when you look like this.
They like don't lose the funny. We know what's happening.
You
here.
know who it happened to? Another person it happened to? Chris Farley. Chris Farley.
Did he lose weight?
He didn't, but he didn't lose weight because he said that he got complaints from his the entertainment industry.
Right, because they probably was like, sir.
They like him as the fat guy.
Because that's
Right.
the
The
whole
jokes work
idea.
better.
But that's it. Well, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. I think
That's
a
what-
lot
to
of
your
it's
point
a
about
lot
Will
of it's
Sasso.
just and I think a lot of it is just also what we're used to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we're used to seeing this dude a certain way.
Yeah, and it's like that makes more sense to me. Like, for example, like sometimes the way you are and like the way he was too extra. It made sense for a fat guy. If he was skinny, we'd be like, this
fat
guy's
guy's
weird.
falling. Fat
Right.
guys falling is
Fat
you
guy's
know,
falling is never gonna not be funny.
That's it.
Okay, it's
Right,
in
that's true.
forever.
That's always
It's
in
in
style.
forever.
It never goes out of style.
Never does.
So here's the question to both of you before we move on to another topic here. How much money? Well, I probably shouldn't start it that way.
I mean, I was about to be like, I'm in. I ain't even hit him out. I'm like, the way shit is going.
If they said right now, Fatimah and Ian, you both have to gain 200 pounds for this role, and we'll give you $1.5 million.
I'm about to leave here and go to Harold's. What are you talking about? Clock me in.
Dude,
Would you do it?
200 pounds.
That's a lot. That's
weight.
a lot. I don't even know if my body would be able to do it.
$1.5 million, tax-free, in your bank, boom.
They didn't say how I had to get the weight though, so I could go get a fat suit, show up, and be like, let's get it.
Nah, don't even try it.
I mean, they didn't brighten the rules.
No, we.
You can't never do that to a girl like me.
Show
I'm
up in the Missy Elliott.
I have somebody
Right.
hook me up.
Right. Is that Al Sharpton on your back?
Right. You
Hilarious.
get Al Sharpton's neck and be like,
understand the brother.
you ain't say I couldn't wear nobody else's neck.
I wouldn't do it.
Wouldn't?
I wouldn't do it.
It would probably
It's
be
hard to lose the weight.
It's easier to lose than the game, right?
Oh, no.
Really?
No.
Well, you probably
It's
right.
easy. It's easier to gain, because to lose the weight, I can tell you right now, everything puts weight on you now. Everything.
I'll tell you what, though. The thing is, the one thing, though, is it would have to be more money. But with the right amount of money, you could then take a year and bust your ass in the gym and hire someone to make meal prep for you and
Right.
stuff, and you could lose that weight.
Yeah, that's
you
what
could
I was
lose
thinking.
that weight.
But you wouldn't do it for $1.5 million.
I don't know if that's enough. That's
That might not be enough. You're
that's
right.
a 2-bedroom apartment in LA.
Yeah, in LA, you right. I'm like, hold up, you right.
That's rent for a year.
Shit, that ain't even enough. They after taxes, paying agents and whatever else.
No,
they
you
gonna
gotta
ask
give it to.
for.
That's why I said you ain't gotta give it to anybody. It's all yours.
Listen, I just would
It might be a
rather.
little bit more.
I'd rather have a Harvey Weinstein moment.
Hilarious.
Hate me if you will, people. I'm ready. I'm already. I done
Oh
told
my
everybody,
God.
like, listen, I've been here 8 years. Okay, I'm disappointed that nobody didn't pull no dicks out on me yet. Okay,
Oh my
in
God.
a way, I'm concerned.
Look at me. You heard that? That
Now
came from a woman.
Now she's gonna get all these calls like,
I already gave them.
Hey,
Everybody already say stuff to me. That
Right.
be, like somebody said that to me last night. Like your dick sucking jokes. I don't know. I'm like, listen, you ain't got a contract. What you
Wait a
offer?
minute. I'm trying to think. Did I see you? Do you have a joke that says no one's Harvey Weinstein me or something like that?
Absolutely.
yeah.
I
'Cause
think
I'm concerned.
I think I saw you. I think I saw you at. I may have saw you at Flappers when you were starting that type of thing.
When I was starting that joke,
When-
I'm about to be like, I
I
haven't been to
remember.
Flappers in a minute.
I
but-
remember.
Yes,
Wait,
I started.
how many people?
And
are
I
now?
got a lot of backlash from
You
it
did.
because people were like, you don't understand the Me Too
From guys
movement.
and girls, who'd you get it from?
More from women. I got a lot of letters on Facebook being like, you shouldn't glorify it.
Really?
You
Oh,
shouldn't
come on.
say,
That's obvious. Come on,
and don't
that's a
be
joke.
disappointed if something bad happens to you. I got a lot
That's
of.
foul as fuck.
I got a lot
But I
of.
wonder how many guys are like, hey, so I'm doing this short film.
I do. I mean, you know what's funny? I feel like I get that anyway from men, so it doesn't really matter if I would say that or not. I feel like, I was telling somebody last night, I was like, I get a lot of comedians are like, oh, I want you to open for me, but it's always like, and I also want you to suck my dick. It's just this is a part of the game as a
Come
woman.
on,
and
guys.
I
Don't
don't-
be creeps, man. Don't be
The
creeps.
downside
Sorry for my
is,
language, folks.
The downside is
don't give a
we're
fuck.
gonna have to stay in the same bedroom, in the same
It's
hotel
always
room.
something weird.
And
It's
they
always.
they're only giving us one bed, and it's the same hotel.
always
And
like,
it's a
you know,
twin.
I
It's
want
a
you to, you
twin.
know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
exactly.
You're funny, but
It's
you know
a-
what I'm saying? You want to hang out a little bit?
Nah, I wouldn't. I would
Like,
feel
what?
Derek says, I understand it's very hard for me to. He said, I understand it's very hard for me to gain weight than lose weight. Really? I don't know. It's not hard at all for me to gain weight. And
Some
Kim
people
says,
have it, the opposite.
it's the other way. Kim says it's hard to lose weight, but I have to force 800 to 1,000 calories per day.
Was that extra on top of what you normally eat? Because that would be about 1,000 calories a day extra. Should relate to about 2 pounds a week of gain.
How do you know that?
That's what he
Oh,
does.
so I'm like,
what
that's
he-
right. Wait, is it still
And
the?
I'm still fat.
No, no. We still in the
fight
training and
seven,
fight seven.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay, that's right.
Yeah, so 3,500 calories of unused weight is 3,500 unused calories is 1 pound. So that's 500 calories a day extra you eat. So think about this. That's like a small or a medium French fries or 2 Cokes. If you get the giant Coke at so that one extra is a pound a week. But to burn that, that's like an hour and a half on a treadmill.
You see? That's
Wow,
bananas.
really?
That's bananas. No way. It's not worth it. It's not
So
worth
that's what I'm
it.
saying. It's so much easier to cut the food than it is
Than
to
it's the
exercise. But the
exercise.
exercise also helps you be healthy in other ways.
Yes.
Right, blood
So you
flowing,
need to do-
things of that nature.
Right. So you need to do both, but it's the food that's the problem. It's
Wow.
the calories. Calories in, calories out is almost always gonna be the case.
That's not even fair.
So moving on, you guys. Next topic. Well, I got a confession to make, and
We
I
killed Lizzo out here.
I know, yeah, I'm sorry, but
I
no,
love
no,
her. I think
I'm
she's
a
great.
huge. I love her grind, and I will never shit on anybody's grind. But I will tell you, I've seen it, and especially in the black community. Come on, diabetes is a
Listen,
is
her
a
line
thing.
has said, "I just took a DNA test. Turned out
Oh, I love
I'm
that. I'm not gonna
100% that bitch."
I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna front.
I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm gonna let her have it.
I'm not gonna
I'ma
lie.
let her have it.
That is one of the.
At that point, I'm like, "Would you like
That's a
to
dope
upgrade
line.
to a large miss?"
Hilarious.
Like,
That is a dope
a
line.
line.
It
It's
is
a
a dope
dope
line. It is
line.
a dope line.
Oh, wait, let me. Do you have something you want to talk about, or? 'Cause
Well, I was
got-
going to talk about spell check and
God.
and well, I was going to make a
Yeah.
confession that I forgot how to write cursive.
wow.
And I have a funny feeling that I'm not the only one. I'm not going to be shamed.
Nobody's doing that.
I'm not going to. That's my
nobody's
point.
doing
But
that.
wait, here I wanted to really quick. I wanted to transition because while we're talking about this, we've only got like 10 minutes, and it's on the same subject. But it just made me think about something. Look at here. Thinking about the industry, weight, and that sort of stuff. My friend Andrew Norelli, you know Andrew Norelli, right?
He's
And-
another skinny dude.
Yeah, he's pretty skinny. But he used to always he's really great at like telling me why everyone like, oh, how'd this unfunny dude make it? He goes, oh, come on, dude. How do you not see it? He's this category and this category. And this.
Damn.
There's only one guy
There's
who does
people
this.
that talk like that.
he
That's
kn- he-
hilarious.
and he's like, and you go, yeah, you're right. He is the only, whatever.
Yeah, he's
this-
the only
this
Asian
category-
guy that has like everyone does that.
Right, exactly.
Everyone
And
does
you're
that.
like, yeah, I guess that's true. But he used to say this to me all the time. He goes, dude, you're way too good looking to be a comic, and you're not nearly good looking enough to be an actor.
Hilarious.
I mean, everyone
And I
does
was
that. I
like-
hear people talk like that
And I'm
so
like,
much here. in
but
LA.
I
It's
wonder,
ridiculous.
does looks affect comedy? Because you guys are both
It
good-looking
does.
people. And does that
It
mean that
does.
does it? Do you think it helps or it hurts?
It
Looks.
could
What do you mean,
hurt.
Looks.
Oh, it definitely plays a part. You talking about in the industry? I think it definitely plays a
Yeah.
part.
There are people that are really good looking that it's helped, and there are people that it's hurt. I think.
I've learned recently that if I speak about it more, then it's been more where they're like, oh, okay. Because when I come out and I'm just regular and quirky and tell jokes, they're like, why is she doing this? Why won't she just find a rich man and be a model? Like, it's stupid.
Hilarious.
Like, they're like, why is she want to suffer?
Why are you trying to?
Why
get
you
good?
trying to be different?
Why are you trying to
I
get
feel like
good?
unless that's your
But they
unless that's
do
your
judge
persona-
you when you walk out. Like, I did a show recently at the Improv, and I had went out on a date before the show, so I was dressed like I was like not.
Right.
I had thigh-high boots on, and it was a whole thing. Everyone was like, "Wait, what is
Right,
going to
right.
happen?" I'm like,
Oh,
"I'm not a
shoot.
stripper."
Right.
I'm like, "This is not like you." Like some people do. They
Where's
prejudge
the
you as a woman
pole?
because to them they're like, "Oh, you're just not gonna be funny if you're attractive."
Well, if you're talking about in the world of comedy, I will say this: in the world of comedy, it makes a difference in how people perceive you. That's why I
Mm-hmm.
would say if you are a woman, You can't go out there boobs out and all that because
I want that though.
You can't.
I want to be
Well,
You know,
unless
the
that's
only
your
time-
shtick.
this year.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. You have to already be established as that person. So if you
Yeah,
if
well
you are
now I
established
feel
as
like
that,
now I've reached the level where that's okay.
so then that's
It-
different.
In my
because-
beginning
because it's
stages, it
your
was like,
brand.
no.
It
yeah.
is part of your brand.
My last TV comedy thing that came out, I was like, this is where we going. So I
Yeah.
like now people are like, oh, okay.
So but that's why I say it looks. It
And
really
what's her
kind of
name?
depends
Nikki
on how.
Glacier? Is it
Nikki
Nikki?
Glaser, yeah,
She,
yeah.
I love it. I love it when she
I
comes
did
out in
not see-
tight
I
ass
did-
dresses and shit. I
Now
love
here's
it.
the only thing with that when I
I'm
say
like,
this is
work,
for anybody
bitch.
though. This is for anybody. In this, but understand what's gonna come with that because
The dicks, no, they're coming at you.
hilarious. But that is true. They
It's
will.
true, yeah.
But it has something to do with two things. Comedy is one thing. Acting is a whole nother thing because I can tell you if you go in for something. And so I remember, like when I first came out here, like I said, I was like this, and I wore more form-fitting clothes. So when I would go into auditions, or even in my headshots or my pictures, I would get submitted for things where Idris Elba, not Idris Elba, but those types
type
of
of
guys
looks, yeah.
were
Right.
already established, and I'm like, who you think they're gonna pick? Idris Elba
Right,
or a
or
motherfucker
me,
they
yeah.
ain't never heard of,
Right.
So I kid you not. When I changed my look, when I put on a few pounds, when I didn't, present myself like this, I started working more.
Working
Right.
more.
It was one of the craziest fucking things. So I was like, well,
Yeah.
shit, I'm gonna keep that up because that look was
That's
what was
funny that
getting
you
me
say that.
this. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it does make a difference. Now, when it comes to comedy, guys still have to do that same thing because I dress. I don't wear a suit. I wear a suit if I do like a corporate gig or something like that. Like not a full suit, but like a suit jacket or something like that. But when I'm on stage, like if we're doing flappers or something like that, like I'm not gonna wear that. I want to wear
Yeah,
something that makes me
regular.
look
Right.
regular
True,
and relatable
regular.
because people will. It's psychologically it's
Yes,
weird.
that's what I was gonna say. It's something about them
But
like relatable or
Yes, there you
comfortable
go.
with.
The exact opposite happened with me, right? So I always wear shorts.
What up, John?
That's
shorts?
true. You always got on shorts.
Like
I
shorts,
mean,
They do. It
And
could
like
be
a
a fucking
t-shirt.
blizzard.
I
It could be
know.
a blizzard. This
But-
dude's wearing shorts.
It's so funny that you say that because I'm always like, why does mama always get on shorts?
But here's
and
the
flip
thing.
flops.
But here's the thing.
Huh? Let's go. I'll be out. Ian ain't never. He ain't never cold.
But
He never cold.
But here's the thing. I started because I feel like with comedy, there's a few guys like that people think are I don't know what younger people like there's like Dalia or Dane Cook where their thing is like I'm this macho kind of guy.
Dane ain't looking like
girl-
that now.
No, but still, like when he started, that was the idea. It was like, oh, he was a good-looking
Yeah, he
guy.
was, he was.
But it's like you either are playing that I'm the alpha guy in the room, or you're the sad clown on stage. So if you're kind of good-looking and you're up there just doing regular jokes, I think people don't take it seriously as a comic.
Right.
And if you're doing characters, nah, because they don't want a good-looking guy doing characters necessarily.
yeah.
But what I found is that for me, when I did I try to do smarter, kind of edgier jokes. When I wear t-shirt and shorts, people are like, "Fuck this dude up here talking
Trying
shit."
to- you're right.
So I started I wore the suit for the comedy
remember that.
special, and then people would see my promo picture and they go, "Oh, I thought you were gonna wear a suit." I'm like, "Oh, that was just for a
You see
special."
how people get so
And
yes.
now I wear
they
a
get
suit
so
on stage.
connected to.
And I kill every time I wear the suit.
Suit.
I feel awkward when I'm wearing a suit because I
But
don't
they're
wear
like,
a
it's the
fucking
guy
suit.
with the suit.
Right now, all of a sudden, I'm the authority figure.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, what do you have to say, sir?
Isn't that
Where before it's
something?
like, get this motherfucker with the shorts off. He don't know what he's talking about.
I watched
Weird.
some Conan released the last performance by Mitch Hedberg.
Right.
And Mitch, and Mitch's cadence is very surfer dude, kind of hippie, very slow. And I'm watching how he's dressed. He has the red glasses on and everything, and I'm
Right.
like, man, this fits perfect for what he's talking
Talking
about.
about.
And so every joke.
Ooh, that brings into trying to find your brand.
yeah,
Right.
Yeah, and
As a
that's
stand-up.
So
'Cause
let me ask
people
you-
think that you don't have to have that, and I think you do.
What
You
made
have to.
you? What made you specifically? Because you said it earlier that you now know what you do when.
Yes, I figured out the
what was your
brand.
What was your moment? When was your defining moment when you said, "This
Well,
is what I'm gonna do"?
I always felt like I had like a specific style. Like
Mm-hmm.
I always came out as very like tomboy chic, I would call it. Like it would be kind of girly, but it would kind of be tomboyish. So
Got it.
as time went on, I was like, I'm gonna slide in these boots
Gotcha,
slowly
Gotcha.
on them real
Ease
soft.
them into it.
Ease them into it. But I think for me, it wasn't until TV kind of broke it for me. I
Okay.
feel like when I was just doing stand up before, everyone was like, oh, okay, she's funny. It was another black girl. But the true TV thing kind of,
Okay.
I was able to glam it up a little more because it was for television. So
Isn't that
since
something how it
you
goes
know what I'm
like that?
saying,
Yeah.
so for television I was able to wear more makeup and be more creative with my style. And as
Yep.
doing the second season of that, I went even further. Like the first season, I was like, I'm a crop top these fools.
Hilarious.
And then I was like, the second season, I was like, ooh, I'm about to crop top and knee high boot on them. And then they was like, okay, like
But you
And now
know.
now they've come.
So
become
now they're
used to that.
okay with yes.
And
Now,
look at some.
oh, I wear
successful-
furs on stage now. I go far.
See, I'll
be extra.
I think it's different for. I think a lot of times it's different for female comics.
Hilarious.
In that, look at some of the really successful female comics in the last 20 years.
Right.
Part of the allure. This is my opinion. So I think back to when Chelsea was just doing comedy, right back in the day. Chelsea, you've got
Whitney Cummings.
Whitney Cummings, Eliza Schlesinger. Who am I thinking of?
It's different now.
Silverman.
Silverman,
Okay,
yeah.
so you're
they were
looking
kind
at-
of
but really good. But the thing is, good-looking women who talk
Downplayed,
dirty.
yeah.
But they talk dirty and and a lot of times would talk about Nikki Glaser talk about sex.
Yeah.
So I think what happens
Yeah.
is, then the women
What up, say cool?
don't judge them as. They go, oh, this is empowering because it's a
Yeah.
woman up here talking about the stuff I think
Sex
about.
and- yeah,
the
they love that.
And the dudes go, oh, I think I could get with this now.
Absolutely. I feel like
Because-
that's why
because
my
they go,
dick
"Oh, they're
jokes
talking
be the
about it."
main.
Right.
Nobody, some of the stuff that I talk about that I think is like, you know, political or great, no one ever comes up to me. Like, after shows, they're like, yo, what you were saying about that dick stuff. You're like, oh, okay.
Right.
That's all you remember, but all right. I mean, it's what works.
You didn't
but
hear what I said about the political geo system? No, I
listen,
didn't
they
know that
don't.
shit,
Or, I
bro.
mean, like,
Right.
they love the dating stuff that I talk about or things that go on with,
Right.
like, you know, life with all
Because
that.
the women see a beautiful woman up there who's talking like it is, who telling the things they want, and they go, "Oh, she's empowering. She's not looking down at me. I can relate to her." And the guys
Relatable is
are
key.
like, "Oh, here's a chick. Here's a chick."
But see, now that- but
It's
that's-
great to
she likes
brand,
locker
though.
room
You got to
talk.
have a
That's-
whole brand with it, though.
But that's what's crazy about what she said, though, is like some women will look at her as empowering, yet if she does the Harvey Weinstein bit,
Oh, they be
Right.
like,
they get offended. I'm
They
like,
do.
well, I'm still the same woman that you said.
Also,
was
now
empowering,
I
you know?
feel like they're not at where I'm at in my level. I feel like there is a lot of LGBT comics now. So now I've had
Right.
people say to me like, "You could blow up if you was gay." I'll be like, "What?" Like it's just now. It's just it's.
on one end, the dudes is trying to get with you, and then the dudes.
So I mean, we're in a different time. I think like the
I'm
people that you were
bisexual.
mentioning, they were very forward and they were downplayed their look. I mean, right now for black women, we really only have Tiffany Haddish. There's a lot of others coming up.
Well,
But
okay, but
because I had my agents ask me that when I went in, like, where do you want your
Right.
career to go? They're like Tiffany Haddish. I'm like, I don't think I'm anything like her, but like if you talking like status level, yeah.
yeah. I will say, well, because you still have your Wanda Sykes, you still have your.
Yes. Saw Wanda recently.
Sorry.
Love
Sorry.
Wanda.
I mean,
Wanda.
come on, you still
Right,
got
it's
your
like-
Wanda Sykes.
I
Yeah,
couldn't- I
I
couldn't
ran
even-
into Wanda recently.
I
She's
couldn't
still
even think
doing her
of
thing,
another
but there isn't a lot of us
couldn't even
as
think
black
of another
women.
one. I
There's
tried
not.
just now, too.
It's really, I mean, because when
Candace?
I'm out,
Well, no, I'm sorry.
Oh,
I
you
didn't
mean
take it
like
back.
famous or like coming up?
Well, both.
coming up,
But
there's a lot,
because-
but I can't think of him by name.
Because Jackie Fabulous, she actually is another
Jackie
person
Fabulous
that
great.
she embraces.
Coco Brown, come
her-
on now.
Coco Brown
Wait,
as well.
isn't there a British?
Oh,
Oh, Gina Yashere.
Gina,
yeah,
I just
yeah.
saw her.
I
Oh, I'm
knew
like,
it was
woo,
another
we was
person.
out here like we.
I knew it was another person.
Yeah.
And Gina,
Gina's great.
Gina's
Gina's amazing.
smart. Gina, she dresses with her own specific
Big style, yes.
and smart, funny.
Just saw
and
Gina recently.
everything, and she has all of these things put together that are so
Well,
unique to her.
not famous, but my good friend, who's super attractive and super smart, is Leanne. Leanne
oh yeah,
Lord.
Leanne Lord. Leanne Lord.
I don't know what
yes.
that is.
Oh, she's great. And
gotta-
and been around doing comedy forever. But again, not super famous, but been around doing comedy.
But I'm saying
long-
like
long as
girly
me.
girls.
Oh yeah,
no,
okay.
Girly girls that walk on stage that are
Well,
black
she's-
women that are trying to be
Well,
No,
but
you're
look-
not gonna-
but
lips glossed and carrying on.
No.
But look up,
Right now, I feel like
Leanne-
I'm the only
Leanne
one.
You probably
dresses-
are.
Yeah, I mean,
Because when I'm doing shows, I just did a show with Wanda. It was me, her, and one other girl, and I was the only one up there with lip gloss popping. and all that. Everybody else was just having a hoodie on or a jean jacket. I was like,
see, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. brand.
Shantae,
No, but-
Shantae Wayans is another one.
Shantae,
Shantae-
well, yes, I see Shantae. She got a fly style too. I'm like, girly girls though. Where is Tiffany Haddish?
yeah. No, you're right. You're probably the only one. I'm not.
There's
gonna
no
lie.
girly
There's
girls.
no
Well,
girly-
but
Kelly
even-
Howard.
But here's the
don't know.
even
Chicago.
even Tiffany Haddish, like to me, she still seems kind of rough.
She's aggressive. I don't know if
Like-
she's rough though. She's
like
just loud.
Like, yeah, but like
She's loud.
Yeah, but it doesn't feel girly, girl. Like to me, it just if she still feels like
I
she
mean,
could, like arm wrestle you or something.
She
like
might. She
Oh,
could.
like gruff. Well, you know what? Tiffany is the type of girl where like you could sit down and take her out to a nice dinner, but
and then arm wrestle.
Yeah, that's it. But if some shit pops off,
You good. You
she
got
got your back.
I'm saying
Right.
you
she got
good.
your back. Like she's not gonna be like, oh, call somebody. She'll be like, well, how we doing this?
Yeah, would you stepping in first?
We going?
I mean-
you know, so okay, where we at? Where we at on
We got
time?
10 minutes. We got like five minutes left.
Okay, cool. All right, so I remember the last.
You were saying something about cursive.
Oh yes.
You said you
So
wanted to-
I was telling people that I.
Cause I was
forgot.
gonna have tap in on your. I'm the
You're-
queen
you're-
of typos.
Typos.
Okay,
Or
so
spell
so
check.
then we'll jump to spell check. Now, let me tell you what I am not. I've already allowed my brain. I didn't
Ty was
allow
never
it
good at
to happen.
segues.
No, we ain't got no time for segues. We ain't got no time for fucking segues.
He ain't never wrote a song.
No time. I used to be I used to be really good at writing cursive. Seriously, like I always used to get compliments on my handwriting.
Wow.
Seriously, it used to trip people out. Like who
So
wrote
when
this?
you sign your like
My signature is it looks like I'm a doctor. Like my shit is
right,
scribbled
I'm like,
like a
that's,
motherfucker. So
as long as you got that, you good. You don't need
but
cursive.
I can't write a letter. And if I had to sit down and write a letter in cursive, I'd be jacked. I'm not
It's
gonna lie.
funny that you thought about this, cause who you writing a letter to in cursive?
Okay, so now,
Just
but
trying
that,
to-
but that brings that's to my point. Like, should I really bother learning?
I
it
think
again,
cursive
or-
got canceled.
Dearest Gwyneth.
Yeah. Unless
It's
But
been
you-
a
but you do
fortnight since
understand
I've
that
seen you.
mentally, that is the thing that we all used to learn and know.
exactly, but I think it went out just like certain
Okay.
clothing went out of style.
So it brings us back to this subject, FUBU. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it went with FUBU. They took cursive with FUBU.
Cross colors. Spell check. So the topic is spell check.
I want them to cancel ducking and let me say fucking. If they hear me, I'm just sick of that.
This-
Every time I be like, you don't know fucking. It's like ducking. I just can't
I-
understand who is
I-
ducking.
somebody
hate-
Who is ducking anything?
I hate
Someone used to
when,
say-
when I do the voice attacks and it goes like F asterisk.
Oh my God.
Do not
yes!
censor me, motherfucker.
Don't censor me.
Do not censor me,
Listen.
mother star star F star star.
Oh
F
my
star.
God.
Would you because I
That's so true.
honestly feel because so let's go back real quick before GPS. Real quick.
Oh no.
I know.
I don't even know that life.
I just got grayer hair and all this shit. You know.
I'm like, what was before that?
I
The
feel
Thomas
old as
Guide.
fuck right now.
I'm like,
Thomas
what?
Guide. Yeah,
but this is what it used to be. Now
I don't know if I know this actually. I'm actually kind of nervous.
There
I'm
was
like,
a time that when you had to go on the road, you
was a
pulled your
child.
map out.
The Thomas Guide, the
Or what you would do is you'd
A
go down
map?
to the hotel lobby, print out the directions, and you would just actually look at the directions on the paper.
oh,
and
old school
drive.
map
Like,
quest.
Old school map, right?
Okay, I know about that.
So
Before that,
used
you
to
had
be
a
thing.
map.
They used right. you
Yeah.
used a regular map.
They knew better
So-
than make my generation do that.
No, that
They
ain't
was
happening.
like,
that shit is done. So my whole point is spell check a good or bad thing? Let us know if you think because I honestly
both.
feel like it's not a good thing.
I feel like it ruins things for me.
spell check does, right?
Sometimes I'm like, you busy, you moving fast, you trying to say, I'll be like trying to like spell necessary, and they just keep messing up.
do you
although
text
you-
in full sentences?
I try.
I try.
I don't know if that. I feel like
do.
if someone else was listening to this, they'd be like, no, this.
I rarely
like,
use.
we don't know
Somebody
what
write it right
the-
now.
I
She
rarely
like,
use
I
the
know, they like,
abbreviations.
they
You know?
like,
You do or you do
I
not?
rarely use the abbreviations, but here's the thing that drives me nuts: is sometimes I voice a text or I text really fast and it doesn't spell check it; it leaves it wrong, and then it
Yeah.
was weird because it auto corrects that as a word now.
yes. I
And
hate
then
that.
I'll type it and it'll put the wrong one
Word,
in.
yes.
And I go back and,
and you
it
do it
keeps
again. Do
putting
it
and I'm like,
again.
"Stop!"
You like, wait a minute. You my phone. Okay, I pay this bill. Listen to me.
You ain't gonna have me out here
Yes,
sounding
ducking
dumb.
is not a word.
Ian, that is so. I have that happen to me a lot. Like I'll do it and it'll keep going back to that word. Like no, you mean, and I'm like, no, this is.
You mean split? No,
Oh
that's
my
not.
God.
I told myself I would make a concerted effort to not use my spell check. I'm not gonna deactivate it yet, not
Right.
fully.
Wow, that's deep.
But I'm gonna because what I found myself doing is relying on the spell check to just finish the word for me.
Listen, they want us to be dumb now.
That's my entire point. Spike
They don't
Lee
need
moment,
us to know stuff.
Spike Lee moment message.
So then, yeah, it's true.
But here's the sad thing: is even with spell check, most people still spell everything wrong.
Wrong,
And I'm
yeah.
like, you have
This is me.
spell check. Like
And I'm always like, listen, my phone ain't even know how to spell this.
that's almost
just-
that's almost always
what you want
how
me
I
to
know
do?
when someone's a Republican.
You know we wasn't gonna not talk politics. in
Wow.
We're typing, it's like you're there, blah, blah, and it's like everything's spelled goofy. I'm like,
Well, here's
let
the
me
thing:
guess.
if you are an adult
Mm-hmm.
and you don't know the difference between two, and two, your, and your, there, and
And
there,
there.
it's I have a hard time taking you seriously. I'm not talking about
Because
like
now
every once in a
everybody's
while
using
making a mistake.
little,
Right.
like, don't you ever have someone text you and you have to learn what the little abbreviations
Yeah.
are?
Right.
Like, I just learned what FR was.
What's that for?
For real, for real.
I've never heard that. See.
Right. Someone hit me with an FR,
Who's
FR,
that
and I was
busy?
like, who?
Who's that busy?
Well,
Take
yeah,
that hard time to
yeah,
say
you
It
know
was
that.
what,
like, shake my head, for
The
real,
abbreviation
for real. So you
that
don't
always
even
drives
need-
me nuts is people put KK as short for okay.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
I'm like-
that is short for okay, actually.
But
That's
it
really
ain't
weird.
short for
I-
okay.
I-
It's the same thing.
It's two letters.
All you gotta do is take the put it. Oh, it's take
Yeah,
the-
that's
Or
weird. That's
just
true. I
put
didn't even think
K.
about that.
That's it.
I got
Okay.
K.
Well, you know, it's what guys don't really. It's the thing. I guess guys don't really type K. It's
Yeah, I
just
heard
like-
the whole
it's-
you
it's-
can't
yeah,
text.
guys
I heard
don't
you
type-
can't
guys-
text.
Guys don't type K.
Yeah.
It's just like okay,
I
we
did
go.
hear that.
We put the extra O in there. Son.
gotta put the
With
extra
O in there. We don't go just K.
There was a
Well,
whole.
and I don't go KK because it's too close to
It's
KK.
too close to
I
KKK.
don't-
Yeah,
I don't
it's
want-
troubling.
People are
Like,
like,
it'd be funny.
struggling.
It'd be funny if your phone just like, did you mean KKK? No.
I
didn't
know,
mean KKK.
right? That would be funny. I mean, you got to be careful with all kind of stuff texting now.
You're
I think
like, I-
emojis are dangerous as
I
well.
tried to type okay and it typed white power.
Do you,
No.
stop. Do
it.
you okay? But now I'm assuming that you get into writing sketches and stuff like that as
Uh-huh,
well. So,
yes.
So this is okay. So this is why I ask.
Mm-hmm.
Do you find that because then you got to type it on your computer or you got to
Mm-hmm.
write? This is why I say spell check is something that doesn't help because when you still have to write these words down for a script.
My
and-
computer has the spell check situation, and they know what I'm gonna say before I'm gonna say it.
Okay. See,
All the stuff now has that.
I can't.
They've dumbed
I'm
it
not
down
gonna
for
let 'em
us
do that
so
to me.
bad
I'm not gonna let
that
'em
you're
do
right
that
though.
to
I
me.
never noticed this, but this is true.
It-
Most
it-
Apple computers and all that stuff is pretty.
What I
Yesterday
do
I
is
was
voice
writing
text,
something-
and I
Voice
never
text
I
too.
never check it,
me neither.
and then I send it and I look
you're
back
like,
and
"Oh
I'm
my
like,
God."
and I'm like,
Noodle swab them,
I'm
swab them, albums. You like they should just like this
There
bitch
was,
is on
there,
drugs.
there was like 4 times I said something and I don't even remember what I said. 4 times it's
4
happened to me.
times.
And I look
I've had that happen
and,
so
I'm
many
like,
times.
this must know what I talk about a lot.
Yeah.
Because it came back and it said 4 separate times. Jesus is coming, New York.
Wow.
yeah.
I'm like, I don't know what I that sounds
Wow.
But
like.
my
Jesus
favorite is when
coming,
people
New York.
respond back with the right answer.
With
They're
the
like,
right
they
answer.
get
They
it.
do,
They
yeah,
know
they
what's
do.
popping. Like we all stupid.
I'm not gonna
out
lie.
here.
I got people, and I'm not gonna say names, but I got friends, family members, and people notice about me. I'm really big on punctuation and capitalization.
Oh, he's one of those.
I'm one of the. I text and type in full sentences because I don't want to lose
Right.
that skill. I don't want to.
You're the last of the
I'm
last
a
of the
dinosaur.
Mohegans of trying
I'm
to
a
be politically
dinosaur,
correct.
motherfucker.
And I'm a grammar Nazi, which is kind of like Trump, but with grammar.
Hilarious.
Oh my God.
Little Ian's.
There
walking
are
around
people
with
that are like
torches and
that.
shit.
I have had people when I put the wrong there in a post, they like, you'll get a text like, you need to change your there.
Well,
And I'm like, oh, my bad. And I'm like, that's what you got from all that?
I know, right?
It was a
It's-
post with my shirt off, and you was like, you got to change your there. Like, come on now.
Even though you do know, at least they respect your brain at
They-
that point. Like,
you know what? You're right.
well,
thanks,
thank
thanks, Ty.
you for
He's
showing
like,
them boobs, though, hon. But
Because you know
work
that's
on
what
your-
women do
their-
now.
their-
They'll take
their-
a picture in a bikini and be like, in some deep topic. They'll be
Yeah,
like,
and just want to let you know,
They-
those are YOUR tits.
yeah, there you go. You can't be saying.
Because you cannot, and it's hard for, politically, it's hard for me to take people seriously when they go off, especially if they go on trying to call me a dummy or something like, you libtard, you dumbass, and then they spell stuff wrong. I'm
That's
always
the internet.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm about to just go in on you.
You know,
That's the
I
internet.
always just do the little star and put it. If someone goes, you fucking idiot,
Yeah.
you're too dumb. YOURTODUM, whatever. Blah, and I would just go.
Oh my God, you guys get
I
this
go,
much aggressive.
Oh yeah. And I'll go star YOU apostrophe.
Different out here in
RE.
these streets.
It is. Well,
They trying to fight y'all. They trying to just send me all kind of like
Well, see, because they know with
diet shakes and dicks. That's all I get in my DMs.
That should be the name of your next.
Diet shakes and dicks.
That's
I
right
just
there.
get people trying to have me sell
That's it.
shakes.
That'd be-
That's it.
and
Netflix special.
Dudes being like, yeah, I was just seeing
Diet
if you
shakes-
wanted to.
Diet shakes
what?
and dicks. Well, the only reason because again, as a writer, and this is why I asked you about writing when you putting scripts together, sketches, whatever.
It does affect mine.
It makes it
does.
Because, and
You're
that's why I
right.
said it's hard for me. I kid you not. A couple of days ago, I found myself like I was writing something in general, and I was like, and spell check is trying to finish the word for me. And I'm like, fuck that. No,
Yeah.
I will remember how to spell can.
It does, I think, because you're so used to texting.
Yeah. Right.
So when you do get ready to start writing and you got to do something professional, you're like, oh my God, I'm like, everything's abbreviated in my mind.
Because
Everything's
then
not.
when you send an email to someone,
You got all
That's-
these run-on
you gotta-
sentences. You like, oh, I done lost it.
The sad thing is that people don't know how to write a business letter anymore. I see
Yeah.
like LOLs and shit like
And
that.
yeah, that's
people,
very
like,
true.
Because my wife still does like normal work, and it's like, so I've seen stuff not in her business, whatever, but not we don't have to deal with it so much in ours. Where I see people like doing in the corporate world, younger people, and it's like you don't put that in a.
You don't put a LOL in
our
there.
our president writes those, and you're like, this isn't proper English.
Yeah.
Like this
that's
is
why I
this
said
is
I
a
am
letter.
I am a big fan of capitalization and commas.
Yeah.
Use your goddamn commas. Stop not using commas.
Yeah,
Because
that's important.
these and I won't get into details of anyone specifically, but I've read stuff from people. And I've had to stop reading it because I'm like, this is
I'm gonna
making
get
my
dumb
head-
from reading
Yeah.
I'm going to lose my brain
You
cells
trying
from
to
this
bring
message.
me down the way you
Yeah,
went.
you wait. Try to-
So I'm big on that. Please use your punctuation.
And pre-read before you
pre-read,
send. That's
post-read.
something I know
I
I have to
don't
do
do it
more of
enough.
that. I know I don't.
No, you know why?
Have
I
you
do
ever
it
gone back
specifically?
and look at your email? I'm like, wow, I'm super dumb. And
I do
they
all
never gonna write me back.
I do have
They
that.
never gonna write me back.
Or they write you back hooked
And
on
be like,
phonics.
right, they're gonna be like, look,
when did I start getting all these notifications from Hooked on
right, your
Phonics?
phone just start inviting you to classes.
And well, we are over time. We gotta get going, but
Yes.
thank you guys for joining us.
No, let her plug.
Well, yeah,
plug.
no, I ain't done yet.
Okay.
I was saying thank everybody for joining us, and then I was gonna say let everybody know. Fatimah Taliah, thank you for.
Yes, I had a lot of fun. This was silly.
let
You
us
can
know
find me
where
on
you
everything from Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Fatimah Taliah. That's FATIMAHTALIAH, guys. I had a
And
lot
she
of fun.
spelled it properly.
Look at
Two
that.
AHs.
We still in spell check. I thought I'd go in and follow through.
2 AHs.
It's very Muslim, but you'll find me. I'm the only Fatimah Taliah out there.
Hilarious. And you can find me at comediantybarnett.com, which has links to all of the social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, the web series, This Is the Bullshit I'm Talking About, as well as the special that's out there.
Come on, plugs.
And the CD that's out there and all that shit.
Get money.
That's it. There you go.
I was
And
your Migo, like, get him.
Ian Harris, comedian, same thing. And for us, for the show, we do have a Patreon. We don't do a lot there, but who cares? Support us. Patreon.com/critical and thinking. Please like our show. Find it on iTunes. Find it
my
on
God.
Google Play. Find it on Stitcher. All the places where you can watch and listen to your favorite podcast. Even our YouTube channel. And when you listen to it, please like, subscribe,
That's
and
right.
rate it. Don't rate it under 4 stars. If you do, we will find you and kill you.
That
and
voice
we will
sounds
drop-
like he will find you.
I
and
would
he
like
will
to.
kill
I
you.
would like to give a special thank you to our guest. because
Yay, this was fun. Y'all silly.
She kept us. She kept us in check,
Y'all
and
are
we
crazy.
did not go off on the subjects of
politics
the
at
world.
all.
That's
Go
it.
off
Great.
into, we do that on my
So-
podcast too. We be like, we ain't talking about nothing that we said we were gonna talk about. We talked about Darnell for the whole episode.
Hilarious.
So we'll see you guys next time. Fuck
Critical Thinking
Trump.
Podcast. That's right. God damn it. Peace.
Oh my God, that was fun.